If you want your life to look a certain way, if you want to be the person that you've always dreamed of being, if you were saying, I'm tired of forgetting about me, and you know what? I'm tired of being tired all the time, then this podcast is for you. This episode, we're going to talk about the power of yes and how you have so much more power than you know. But if you start believing in yourself and loving yourself, you will truly have the life that you're proud of. My name is Nadira Baye, and I'm a certified life coach, leadership coach, author, public speaker, but I'm a mom, I'm a wife, I'm a sister, I'm a friend, I'm all those things like you. And then in this episode and with this podcast, I just want you to show up for you and you to love you. This is about you releasing, letting go, not holding back, being real. We're uncovering all the things that in the corporate world, leadership world, that make you feel not that great and the things that do empower you. And also the things in your personal life where you're just wanting more for yourself and you just want to be able to be in a place that understands you and cares about you. And what we do on this podcast is that exactly it. We show up for you because I know how it feels to be in your shoes because I was there. So thanks for being here. And I'm so excited to see you. And this is episode 5. Let's jump inside. So, like I just stated, that this episode is the power of yes. But before I get to that, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for being one of the early people to start tuning into my podcast. For those that don't know, I started podcasting about like 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I had some videos on YouTube, but they were all audio. But now I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to get back into it. I'm going to put my face on camera and I want to be able to have this face to face because I'm a very vocal person. You see my hands is moving. I'm just approachable and communication. I'm just that way. And I love people. I love who we are. I just love it. So I love having this intimate conversation, connection. It's so needed. It is who we are as humans. And sometimes that gets lost. And it's about time we start bringing that back. So this is what I love to do. And I'm just so grateful that you're here, just even listening to me. Really, because there's so many podcasts out there. There's so many. And you chose to show up not just for me, because forget about me. You chose to show up for yourself. So I'm really proud of you for showing up for you. I'm always going to give you your flowers because it's about you really stepping into who you are as a woman, as a queen. I like to refer to us women as queens because we are as a queen, and for you to know your power. You are much more powerful than you know. So it is so important for you just to recognize that. And if you don't, I'm your coach. I'm going to help you and I'm going to remind you of that. Okay. So we're going to do some identity shifting over here. We're going to do some identity awareness over here. We are about truth. We're about safe space. We're about you being comfortable and loving you. That's what we do on this podcast. So this is episode 5, the power of yes. You got to say yes. And I like to scream a lot, and I like to get loud. That's just me. I'm a mom. Okay. That's just what I do. And I come from a big family, like I said before. But how you doing? Before I get into me, how are you? How's your day going? How are you feeling? Where in the world are you listening to this to? If you are listening to this on Apple or Spotify, this is obviously audio. And there's some visuals over there, starting to work on that. But if you're listening to this on YouTube, I'm just saying thanks. And I hope you subscribe, and I hope you subscribe on Apple and on Spotify as well. And also because I'm heavy on communication, I would love feedback. I want to know how you feel about this episode. I want to know what you want more of. And I would love to, if it aligns with what we are about here on this podcast, to give me topics for things that you would love me to address. What is something like, Nadir, I really wish you would talk about something like this. And I would love to do that as long as it aligns with, again, what we do, But I love that. I love the engagement. I'm a very engaged person, and I know you are too. And just in general, it just keeps the community, just keeps things going. Yes, we're in the early stages of this podcast, but it doesn't mean that our voice is not loud. And that's the thing about you. I don't want your voice to be minimized or you're dimming your light at all. This podcast is for you, and this is for you to use tools and frameworks that you can use for the rest of your life, for your life. And because that's important. You are who you are, and you've come this far, and you really need to show yourself the love that you deserve. Okay. And just want to say those things. I know I was going already. I didn't even take a pause. I didn't even take a beat. Um, but it's true. It's definitely true. So episode 5, we're going to talk about the power of yes. So the power of yes, we spoke about in episode 4, the power of no. And the power of yes is the opposite. And what that is that it is basically just saying essentially stepping into how the power of yes will empower you. Now, the power of no will empower you as well, like we stated before, because it can block you, can help save you from things that are not helping you. The power of yes, it will do the same things, will help you save you from things that you need or you don't need. So when you power of yes is when you're at the door and there's opportunity, but you're afraid of jumping into that season or what it could look like because you've never explored it. So let me give an example. Let's just say at work and there is a position available and you're like, you know what? I'm qualified. I could do this. I know in my heart, I can do this. I've seen thousands of people come before that do a terrible job. And some of those people I probably had to train before. But now I know it's my time. And I know my time was before, but I just didn't believe in myself as much. But now I want to start stepping into me saying, yeah, I want to do it. That's the power. That's one way of power of yes. Saying, I'm going to say yes to this opportunity that feels right, that is aligning correctly, but I'm afraid. But I know if I say yes, there's so much more on the other side. Okay, another thing, transparency. And like I said before in this podcast, we're very real. We are all busy. We are all doing the things. I am a mom. I'm a wife. Just so you know, flat out keeping it real with you. My kids are on the door knocking right now. The whole thing is mommy needs time to record podcasts doesn't mean anything to them. So if those moments happen, I just want to be honest with you. Those things happen. That happens. So that's another power yes, because my kids are like, yes, I'm going to knock on the door. Right? You see how that correlates? I'm knocking on the door. I don't care. Mommy and daddy are upstairs. They're recording. They're doing what they need to do. We need an answer from them. Power yes, we're knocking on the door. You see, kids, power yes, that's in their scope all the time. For kids, it's like, oh no, I'm showing up when I feel I need to show up. And you know what? That's a beautiful thing that just happened because it reminds me and it reminds us, and look how God works, reminds us of look at that natural state we used to be in as kids. Everything was possible. Anything was possible. Everything was, I can do it. I believe in myself. There is no. I can do anything. I just came straight from heaven. I was just with God. So guess what? I believe that I can do anything. I can fly. I can do anything. I can eat a whole bunch of candy all day. Nothing's going to happen to me. I can do that. Power, yes, is limitless for children for what they can achieve. They are filled with so many blessings and opportunities, and I can, as opposed to I can't. And what happens now, I just want us to think about what happens through that life, our life, that stops that power of yes, that belief in ourselves. And sometimes those things can be trauma. Sometimes those things are just, which is darkness. And if that's something that you have experienced, my heart breaks for you. And I pray that you get the help that you need and just know that things will get better. It will. And I cannot imagine what you have gone through. If you have experienced trauma, just know that you are more than enough. Those things should not have happened to you and it will get better, but you got to start believing in yourself and doing the work to get yourself there. Okay. And you can. And none of those things, again, should have happened to you, but it will take some work to get you out of that mindset because it can be dark. And I'm not a trauma specialist. I'm not a doctor in that. I'm a life coach and leadership coach and things of that nature. So we plan for the future and how to goal setting and dream setting, things of that nature. But it just far as because the trauma, that is not my field of expertise. However, I do know that you're special and you're beautiful and you did not deserve those things that happened to you. And God willing, it will get better. And it's nothing but love. Okay. And I hope this platform, this podcast, and all the other things that we have going on will help support you in your growth for the life that you truly deserve. And you're more powerful than you know. Just wanted to say that. But yes, going back to the power, yes, in children and things that we lose along the way, we sometimes lose a lot of things. And it could start from just not feeling comfortable in your own skin, which will definitely be another episode, just not feeling good about you. And just remember, just as a little girl, just growing up and being very self-aware. My kids are very self-aware. And my nieces and nephew, they're very self-aware of themselves. Nephews, very self-aware. And that's important if you're aware of your surroundings. But when you're aware of your surroundings, who is pouring into you to make sure what you're seeing makes sense to what you're seeing, if you're being guided correctly. Because you can't be aware of something if you don't know what it is. You could see something, but you don't know what you're looking at. So who's teaching you? And that's something that we have to all check into for ourselves to say, what am I subscribing to? What am I giving my power of yes to that is affecting my psyche, my mindset from some things that you're consuming on social media? Maybe it's a lot of negativity. Maybe it's a lot of doomsday things. Maybe it's a lot of things that just make you feel bad about you or blah, or don't make you feel that you could achieve anything. Things that do not empower you, things that do not bring out the truth and the beauty of you. If you're giving your power of yes to those things, it's going to be very difficult for you to move forward for what you want in your life, because it seems like, oh no, those things are not affecting me. That negativity, that's just their life. But if you're looking at it, it will affect you. And the thing is, we all know the eyes are the door to the soul. So once you close your eyes, that's when that real work starts happening. That we don't think it's powerful. We've got five senses, and those five senses take effect when we don't think so. How is it that you're walking down the street and all of a sudden you smell like funnel cake? I love funnel cake, but you smell funnel cake, and that takes you back to a time when you were young. You're like, oh my God, I remember eating funnel cake when I was 12 and I was at the carnival. The power. This is all from God, all from Him, most importantly. But that power of that He gives the senses for us to remember and the things that are going on. So those power of senses. So again, if you're giving the power of yes to things that are not important, from social media to what you see on television, you could be watching things that are not good for you. And listen, I watch some Real Housewives here and there, things like that, woo, woo, woo. But I don't watch, that's not like my end all be all. And I don't want, again, safe space, no judgment. That's another thing we don't want to do here. Like I said, transparency. It is not cool if I get on here and I'm like, you suck because you watch this and that. No, that's not fair for me. And only God can judge. I'm not doing that. I just want to help empower you and show you the ways that we can have a life that we truly, truly want. And it just starts with us taking ownership of ourselves. So again, what are the things that we're subscribing to that can start to derail our level of success for the things that we truly want, right? So we're giving our power of yes away to things that don't matter. And again, social media, maybe TV, maybe relationships. What are the power of yes? What are things you're doing? In my coaching program, in my coaching clients, I speak about giving your keys to your heart away. What are you giving your power of yes? Who are you giving your keys to for your power of yes to allow misery in your life? Who are you giving that to? Who have you given ownership of your keys? Because your keys are to your heart. So how many keys to your heart are you giving away for those that don't deserve you, for those that don't know the value of you, for those that truly don't love you? And if you don't know the true value of yourself, it's going to be very easy for you to give your keys away. But this is why you're here, because I'm going to help you, God willing, with only the power of God, to show you the right way, how you should truly live a life that you really deserve. Like truly, like enough of seeing other people have a life that you're like, oh, I wish I could have that. And even if a lot of people are capping, a lot of people are not telling the truth, doesn't matter. Guard your eyes. That's not for you to see. It's about you focusing on your life. But the point I'm making is, if it is possible, if you see other people having things that you want, just know that it is possible. With God, it is possible. And again, I am a God girl. I'm going to talk about God a lot, and that's not for you. That's your business. That's you. Take what you like what I'm saying, and leave the rest, whatever works for you. I just hope you come to what again, this podcast is about what works for you to grow, but I'm not here to judge at all. I'm not doing those things. Again, I'm not God. I'm not doing it. But I'm going to teach, and I'm going to use what has helped me in my life. Because what is the point of learning and growing and have a life that you're proud of if you can't help others have the same thing? Because there's a lot of You know how when squirrels, when they get the nuts, and when the bears, they hibernate, you just like, they have to hoard their food. There are a lot of people hoarding blessings, hoarding opportunities because they don't want others to have, and that's wrong. You shouldn't ever hoard anything. You shouldn't ever take anything from anybody. If there's a way out for other people to have a better life, you should do that too. And that goes back to the power of yes. I'm saying yes, I'm going to be able to help inspire others. Yes, I want to show women that it is possible. Yes, I want to show you that you are beautiful and you're special. Yes, that it is all on you. And yes, you can make it happen. And yes, tomorrow can be better than today. And yes, the day after that. And yes, after that. You see how the yes comes in? Once we say yes to what is right. So now we have to let's go down. How do we know when we need to say yes? That's the thing. Because what happens is it's like, well, I said yes to everything. You're like, well, you shouldn't have said yes to that. That just doesn't feel right. That doesn't look right. Right. So a good way in as far as discerning power of yes is pay attention to those five senses. But first, for me, again, I said I'm a God believing woman. I'm going to take it to God first. That's what I'm going to do. God, what do you think I should do for this situation? Do you think this is right for me? Please show me if you approve of this. Please put your prayers on this and your blessings on this and your protection on this if you feel that this is right for me. Because I can't move forward, especially with something big or anything, if God didn't put his stamp on it. And he's in control of everything, but I can't move forward without. And the times that I've forgotten, it's blown up in my face. I'm like, dang, why did I do that? So those are the things you just want to be really mindful of what are the things that you are saying yes to. So again, taking it to God, and let's do the five senses. How does it feel? How does it look? How did it smell? Maybe kind of. Like, does it smell like opportunity? What is the touch of it? All of these things are my being aware. What has been the outcome from those prior to? Can I get any receipts or testimonials or any proof that this has worked for other people? Those that are teaching it or telling me it's right for me, what does it look like for them? What does their life look like? Can I take a deep dive in those things? Do your research. That's the power of yes. And again, granted, some opportunities you do not have all day to wait for. And a lot of people talk about the rich. The rich don't. I said the witch. Ooh, the rich do not wait that long to make a decision. That's what a lot of people say. I don't know about all that. What I do know is some opportunities are going to be, you have to make a decision very quickly. That is going to be very true. But in those moments when you have to act a bit fast, still be like, God, what should I do? Please give me a sign real quick. I don't know. Someone walk by me wearing green. Something, I don't know anything. Do not forget him. Don't forget him. But some decisions, power of yes, will have to be quickly. But for those that don't, that doesn't mean that you throw everything you learned out the window. You're like, well, I have to say yes because no, still use discernment, still pay attention to the things that you should be saying yes to because you don't know. And for those that you can take a deep dive in, do your research. But again, if a lot of opportunities are coming to you very quick, very fast, that's not a good sign either. Because every opportunity should come like, answer now, answer now. Like, that's not good. And if someone wants you to answer really quickly, that's all the time, that's not good. If it's something like, okay, where you're out and they're like, hey, I just need to know, I don't know, I can't even think of anything right now, but what I'm saying is the point is that just use discernment. You have to trust yourself. Get in the habit of trusting you and loving you. And once you do that, things will align. You hear alignment a lot, align correctly for you. And when another thing about alignment is, and I think that's another thing we can unpack, is alignment is mind, body, and soul. Does it align with my values? Does it align with my beliefs? Does it align with what I want out of life? Does it align with my goals? There's a lot of talk about alignment, but what does alignment look like? Right? And this is why, again, I love the feedback because there's some things, a lot of things, especially in social media, which we are so much like inundated with in life, the lip, that happens. In life where it's just like we're throwing out certain words and we just subscribe, or it appears that the world is subscribing to this new word and no one is really unpacking what that word means. So Another thing about the power of yes is saying, yes, I'm going to discover, or yes, I'm going to learn more about what this is. And this is, like I'm saying right now, power of yes, of alignment. What is alignment? And alignment is what I just mentioned. It is basically making sure it works for you. It is matching up with you, mind, body, and soul. Does it work with your beliefs, your values, your virtues, where you want to go, and where you are? It's very important. So it's like alignment, alignment, alignment. Okay, what does that look like? So now we're clear on what alignment is. It'll be real easy for you to go out in the world and have those power of yes or no decisions, because does it align with who I am? And the power of yes is that it is you becoming, stepping into a new season of you. What do I really want? What do I really want? I want you to think about that. What do you really want? Queen, what do you want? What do you want out of your life? And the thing is, why we have to ask ourselves that? Because time is not waiting for none of us. That's why. That's the reason why we have to start asking ourselves these questions, because time is, it is, it is one huge asset that if we could buy it, we could. That movie, my husband and I were watching yesterday. What's that movie with, is it Time? Is it Time? Time? I forget. My husband's behind the camera, guys. I told you it's real. And it was about the value of time, and time was running out, and the wealthy, of course, had the most time, and they were buying up time. It was just time like crazy. Time is a currency. But time is a currency, if you think about it, because we don't know how much we have. We can't get, it could be very difficult to get more time. Some of the best ways, to get time is having hacks and doing things in a more efficient way. That's a way we can buy back our time. But as far as time itself, we can't just go to the bank and be like, I need 15 minutes of time. They'd be like, oh, okay, here you go. This is this. It doesn't work like that. So that's why we want to, when it comes to the power of yes, and wanting you to know who you are and what you want out of life, that you start to ask yourself, what do I want? Because time is waiting for none of us. And you are meant to live, have an amazing life. Your life does not just depend on who you are in the boardroom, or what your resume looks like, or your position, or your title. That's not what it's about. And although this platform is, again, for high achieving women, women in leadership, corporate women that just want more, or who've forgotten who they are, or just need a reminder, that doesn't mean that you are supposed to stop asking, what is it I want out of life? What do I want? What do I want? And am I going to go after it? Okay. So the power of yes, and especially in a world where there's so much around us all the time, that we forget to show up for us. And this is what this podcast is this is a step into you showing up for you. And I'm just really proud of you that you made it thus far, and just understanding and knowing what the power of the yes looks like. Make sure it makes sense for you. Okay. Again, there are going to be small moments, real small, where it's like you have to act fast. Again, that's rare. But for the most part, you make sure you do your research. And even those small moments, still, God, what should I do? Doesn't make sense. Pay attention. You're a warrior. Like, whoop, whoop, let me make sure it's making sense for me. Still make sure it makes sense for you. Doesn't mean you're like, well, you need to decide now. Then it's not for me. Because if you're rushing me like that, I don't like that. Okay. I mean, when it's like a life or death thing, power of yes, it depends. But know you, love you. You are a queen. All right. And when I say that, I am not just saying just to say it. You come from God. So how in the world can you not be great? How could you not have power in you? You do. You absolutely do. I would not sit here with conviction and passion if I didn't believe that to be true. I know that about me, and I know that about you too. So this is why it's very important for you to continue to show up for you. And every time you need this reminder, you check in with Nadir Abaye. And I'm here. And I'm just really so excited that you made it to this episode 5. Let's engage in the comments if you're watching from YouTube. Subscribe on all channels, YouTube, Spotify, Apple, and just send me some feedback. Let me know. Remember, if there's anything that, again, alignment, that you would love for me to address, just let me know in the comments. I would love to do so. And I'm just really, really proud that you made it to this point. And I want to invite you to a private, exclusive one-on-one session with me where we can do more of this, where it's about you, tailored to you. And I would love to invite you to something like that. It's just a great place. It's a great time. And we need more of that. We need more things that are just helping us focus and things that are just helping us inspire us to be better, just to have a plan, right? To have that exclusivity and just something that's just more for you. So I would love to invite you to an exclusive one-on-one session with me and at no charge. I ain't charging for that. For us to chat, for me to pour more into you and for your goals and dreams and aspirations, because I care about you, Queen, and I really want to be able to meet you. So yes, and you'll have links for that below. And I'm just so happy you're here. And I'll see you in episode 6. Thanks. Bye.